We got our first look at the Hammer of Boravia, a teased villain in the upcoming Superman film. The Hammer of Boravia seems to be the main physical threat of the film, with Lex Luthor kind of pulling the strings, but we don't know who the Hammer actually is. As you can see, they have the physical capability to hold their own against Superman and even have a few of his powers, so who could this possibly be? I have a couple of ideas. The one I'm hearing the most is Ultraman, and to an extent, I understand why that is. He's a multiversal version of Superman who is just straight up evil. With Peacemaker exploring the multiverse, I get how they can just kind of pull this guy from the multiverse and say this is a villain and what possibly Superman can become. Definitely something Lex Luthor would do. I don't think DC is doing this so soon, though. Maybe down the line I can see this happening, but so soon into the universe, I don't see why they would do that. I don't see why they would go the multiversal route, especially with Marvel doing it so much. One theory I have is that this is actually Kara Zor-El or Supergirl. Millie Alcock has been cast, and she is fantastic. She is filming her movie right now, but it's rumored that she's in this film. And one thing DC really loves to do right now for some reason is start off Supergirl as an antagonist, especially in animation. I can see a version where Lex Luthor is controlling Kara and Superman has to save her and kind of free her, and then Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow is kind of her exploring what her freedom is about. If we wanted to go with an evil Superman that is a little more fun, I think Bizarro is a way better candidate. I think the easiest way to explain him, just say he's a clone of Superman. Sometimes he's from Bizarro World and there's a bunch of other things. No, clone of Superman that didn't turn out right, so now he has all the opposite powers of Superman. And he can still be played by David Cornswet. I think that could be a lot of fun. And I like that Bizarro doesn't necessarily have to be a villain all the time. I think that he can easily be turned and then kind of act as Superman's cousin within the universe, who means well but often gets into a little bit of trouble. But who I really hope it is Parasite. I think Parasite is such a fun character, especially in a movie like this that has so many people with powers. Parasite would do really well. Parasite has the ability to take other people's abilities and tends to be addicted to that power. And so I think that having someone like Superman, who's super powerful, you'd assume that he would fight him physically, but in the end is able to connect to him on a human level and maybe confront that addiction. I think that's a very Superman thing to do. And I think that he's a really cool villain visually. So that's who I hope it is. But I don't know. Who do y'all think the Hammer of Barovia is? Because I am overall stumped.